Sounded like a pretty exciting day of practice out there for the defense. You might just tell me a little bit about that?
Absolutely, man. We're starting to play together. You know, a lot of guys came back. We have a lot of people, same faces on defense, a lot of new guys stepping up. So the energy is good, man. We've been on the great help. It's great workouts. And we're just ready to get out there. So, the energy's hot. And, yeah, we're just ready.
How about the intensity of, I mean, it was like you guys, almost have to be held back a little bit as far as, being aggressive and everything like that. Is that a good sign?
Yeah, it's the name of the game. You play with passion. We play with emotion. We don't let emotion play on you. That's the saying our coaches always, strive to get in, implemented on us. And, that's one of the deals with me and Gabriel. We're really high intensity guys, so we kind of got to calm down, breathe a little bit. Coach Keller always says, Debbie's our friend, deep, easy breaths, and, get after it.
Without giving away too much of what Coach Lynn is bringing, what have you seen from this this newest incarnation of the defense?
Well, it's about the same as Coach McGovern. We're a little bit multiple. We're still installing right now, so it's kind of a little different schematically, but pretty much the same stuff. But, like I said, we're very multiple, and right now we're still implementing, so I don't know really all of it, but right now it's about the same stuff that they had with the Coach McGovern.
From a personal standpoint, what does he bring? What does he talk to you guys about? What are your impressions of Coach Lynn?
There's a lot of passion, a lot of energy. He's close to the NFL level, so, his knowledge and everything, try to soak it in. And he brings a lot to the table, obviously, with the Strawberry and everything. And, we just try to soak it in, take about the notes and beauties, and get attention, trying to get across to us and take it with a very sign.
You guys are competing with the offensive line quite a bit. What are you seeing for them? How are they kind of coming along? And is there anybody that's kind of stood out to you guys so far?
The offensive line's working great together. That's good. The 5 guys up there. And, Beach lead the twice in the middle, and you spreading it out. So they're doing great. We're competing every day. We're getting better. They're getting us better. So it's just a constant battle for the all keeper.
When you think back to last season, what do you think this defense needs to do to take another step forward?
Just play together, and better communication on all of us, and last year we were decent, but we want to get to that good level, and things we do is just come together, gel together. We got a new defense again, and just kind of understand the defense, understand what the coach want out of us, and go out there and execute. Because that's too good.
It's only been 2 weeks. Do you think that's happening so far?
That's neat. Guys are locking in the B room, they're carrying it to the field, and we're executing. So after a few weeks, coming to do it.
And this is year 2 for you guys, right? So are you guys still in a little bit more comfortable and confident this time?
Absolutely. That's the thing about the fact, man. As soon as we got here, just want to compete. They really didn't jail with everybody as wanted to. Because we're coming in, we're trying to take the spots and things like that. So now that we got a year under our belt, it's kind of just like playing together, especially because we want to get to the field. The whole new line, we're all playing together, all starting to see respect us from each other and tell them trick about it, man. So just being able to get on the same page with everybody, getting a year under our belt. Really didn't understand people on the personal bit.
There seems to be a lot of rotation on the defensive line. What can you say about the guys that are to your left and your right, and how that's progressing with it?
Oh, absolutely. We always rotate. Like even last phase, we were rotating a lot, but that's just to get familiar with different faces. We're playing with different guys. One guy might go down, another guy might step up, and that's just to get familiar, on the field. So we don't look too much into the rotations. We just get our reps, and we're all getting the same amount of reps. Just where you do eat those reps.
What are your first impressions of some of the new guys like Femi and Keanu and those guys?
Oh yeah, these guys are coming in and learning. They're picking up the defense kind of new. We're all learning it together. That's what's good about getting a new defense support. They did a new guy. They kind of learn all together. No one's has knowledge on the defense, and you don't have to all learn it together. And they're picking up pretty good. So the knowledge of the IQs on football is pretty out.
Is there anything in particular that Keanu maybe does that you think really is gonna boost this defensive line?
It's everything. I think it was with our role. That's big. What because we look big on and crew guys that work for learning. And I think he's come in with great mindset, great playing attitude, and just his technique and things follow the same. Just come in, work the roads from. I think that's one of the biggest things.
And how's it? You mentioned Malloy. How's that like having that outside linebackers and the D line kind of all together now, and maybe allow you guys to be on the same page more?
Well, absolutely, and we're all on the same page now. Got the same coach. It's taking time for the D-tackles to learn the techniques and everything, because it's a little bit different from last year. But, for the outside linebackers, we've been coached by Malloy for a year of our building. That's so we kind of get to understand the techniques. So we're kind of teaching those guys, getting those guys along. But, overall, it's really nice to have one coach for that whole D-line. It just makes everybody on the same page. It was can look good.
And you guys, obviously, as edge rushers, get after the quarterbacks. What are your impressions of Dante and Colin now that they're in the system?
Well, if we're trying to win the defense ourselves, so it's kind of like just focusing on us. So I'm not really looking at the quarterback play out there. It's really just focusing on my reps and everything. But yeah, I heard they're doing pretty good, so, with practice.
Thank you, guys.
So,